Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and welcome to part 2 of my Everyday Energy for Everyday People series. Yes, I did say part 2. So if you are watching this and you did not watch part 1, I highly recommend watching the first one, since it is a series and some of the stuff that I say in the first one will relate to the second one and so forth. Now, it is not required for you to watch the first one, but why would I bother making a series if you aren't going to watch them all? Seriously. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, this is part 2 of the Everyday Energy for Everyday People series. In part 1, I went over the overall concept of what everyday energy means and basically let you know that not all energy drinks are bad for you and that just about anyone can use energy drinks for everyday energy. So what is part 2 going to be about? Well, in today's video, I figure since I already opened up your eyes that not all energy drinks are bad for you, we would discuss the different categories of energy drinks so you know what's out there, as well as the entire world of flavors that are opened up to you once you decide you are going to start drinking energy drinks, or if you already do drink energy drinks, the additional options you might not know about. Timestamps and chapters down below so you can go where you want to go, just in case you feel like skipping around a little bit or you're not interested in some of the information because you already know it, but interested in other information. Or if you don't have time to watch this entire video, you just watch a little bit, come back. I try and make it easier for you. But be sure to give the video a like, and if you know anyone who might be interested in energy drinks, they may be interested in this series, feel free to pass it on. I do post videos every Tuesday night and one on the weekends. You can also find me all over social media at CaffeineMan1, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I think that's it. Is that it? Okay, let's get into this. Now, in part 1, I mostly stayed in this area here. I moved to the left and to the right sometimes so that you can see all the cans in the back in case I'm blocking them. And that is a lot of cans, right? Well, I actually have all of these cans too. I have 570 cans on display in my studio on both walls. But the truth is, I actually have over 800 energy drink cans. Yes, over 800. They just don't fit on my wall space. And I have reviewed almost all of them besides a handful here and there. Therefore, I've reviewed over 800 energy drinks on my channel, with a lot more to come. But how can there be so many energy drinks? Well, it's based on how many different categories of energy drinks there are and how many different flavors there are, because there's a lot of different flavors in the different categories. Your first category is going to be your standard energy drinks. These are your sugared energy drinks. Your second category is going to be the sugar-free energy drinks. And the last category is going to be your healthier energy drinks. And for your subcategories, under your sugar-free category, it is going to be broken up into pre-workout drinks and nootropic energy drinks. And an additional subcategory of pre-workout is Thermogenics. And for your healthier energy drinks, you can also separate that into sugar-free and sugared. Couldn't those be under the sugar-free categories and sugar categories in the other categories? They could be, but it makes sense this way. You'll see further in the video why it works, so don't worry, I got it covered. Now, when we look at the first category of standard energy drinks or your sugared energy drinks, you're going to see a lot of drinks like these right here, and these are bad for you. Now, some of these companies do have sugar-free options because they know sugar is bad for you and they want to make sure that they have something for everyone, so they do have sugar-free options. But if you see one of these drinks, you pick them up and you see sugar on the back, you're most likely going to want to put it back down. And I understand that those are your most common drinks. People tend to gravitate towards those, especially if they're having an energy drink for the first time. They're like, oh, you know what? I really need an energy drink. Let me pick one up. They're automatically going to think Monster or Red Bull because that's the name they know. That is what is on a ton of the shelves, but it's only because they were the originators and they bought so much shelf space. Don't get those. Pick up something else. There are a lot of options I'm going to tell you about in this video. And the reason for that being that they are loaded with excessive amount of sugar. I mean, the sugar in these things is crazy. You're looking at anywhere between 52 grams of sugar to 70 grams of sugar in a 16-ounce can. And according to the American Heart Association, women should not have any more than 25 grams of sugar a day, men 32 grams. So if you pick up one of these drinks, you're going to be more than doubling the amount of sugar that you should be having for the day. That's not including the sugar that you get from your regular foods that you eat every day. Now, if sugar is the only bad ingredient ingredient in energy drinks. What's that say about the rest of the energy drinks? Well, it means they're actually healthy. They have good ingredients in there for you. Now, if you didn't know, I actually did a 3-part series on are energy drinks bad for you, and it needed to be 3 parts because I go over all the ingredients in all the energy drinks. So if you want more details on that, go check out those videos. I'm not going to talk about them now because I already discussed it in detail in those videos. Now, when looking at our sugar-free energy drinks, we have your regular sugar-free energy drinks that are from the well-known companies, but in my opinion, most of these tend to be subpar. There have been some newer flavors lately that have come out that I've liked, but overall, you're going to find more flavor options in your other categories of sugar-free energy drinks, which is going to be your Preworkout, Thermogenics, and Nootropics. Pre-workout energy drinks are sugar-free energy drinks that put other ingredients in there that are supposed to help you with your workout. Bang Energy was the first company to come out with a pre-workout energy drink that was able to successfully get into stores and make it a more commonplace drink, inspiring other companies to come out with pre-workout energy drinks. And some of the ingredients that were in the original Bang were super creatine, BCAAs, your branched chain amino acids, CoQ10, electrolytes, and 300 milligrams of caffeine. That is a lot because your standard energy drinks at the time only had 160 milligrams of caffeine, and those gave plenty of people plenty of energy. So doubling it was a lot, but if you're gonna be working out as a pre-workout energy drink, that extra boost does help. Unfortunately, they've become more commonplace and not just pre-workout. As time went on, it became very well known that there was not enough of these ingredients to actually make them effective. Therefore, Bang actually tried to put EAAs in there, which are your essential amino acids, to make it more appealing. But as more supplement companies got into the pre-workout game, some of them did start adding effective dosages of ingredients, and some of those ingredients included beta-alanine, carnitine, alpha-GPC, betaine anhydrous, and lots of other different pre-workout ingredients. And some companies actually use 200 milligrams of caffeine instead of the 300 because there was actually a Canadian study that proved you only need 200 milligrams of caffeine to be effective for a workout, and 300 was considered excessive. As for thermogenics, thermogenics are energy drinks that use ingredients to help promote thermogenesis, and thermogenesis basically increases your body temperature just an itty bitty bit to help burn off more calories. And your third category is going to be nootropics. This one is my favorite personally. It is the one that I use most of the time, and it is actually great for the Everyday Energy for Everyday People series because these are the types of drinks that can be used by everyone. The problem is most people are scared of the word nootropics. It's a big word. It's a somewhat unknown word. It sounds almost like maybe a chemically kind of word. People don't like chemicals, and people just don't like things that they don't know about. But basically, nootropics are ingredients that help with most of your brain functions. A lot of nootropic supplements are used in the health industry to treat brain injuries and to help with many neurological and brain disorders. Since these nootropic ingredients work so well on the brain, they've actually made them into supplements to help everyone out with lots of different brain functions, including focus, concentration, clarity, and because of that, they've also included nootropics in energy drinks. One of your top best nootropic ingredients is actually a very natural ingredient that you may not even know about, but you know where it's from, and that's L-theanine. L-theanine is most commonly found in tea, such as black tea, green tea, white tea, all of your teas, and it is one of your preferred nootropic ingredients. But other important nootropic ingredients include choline, citicoline, Panax ginseng, ginkgo biloba, huperzine, and several others, with more starting to hit the market. Most of these energy drinks have 200 milligrams of caffeine, but it's actually natural caffeine. Natural caffeine takes the body slightly longer to process, therefore you're going to get a longer lasting energy out of it. And you're also going to get a cleaner energy out of it. What's that mean? Cleaner energy means that you get the energy without the jitters. That is a huge benefit for a lot of people, and they've also been considered an energy drink option for those who have light to mild anxiety because it tends to not affect their anxiety. But I am not a doctor, so you may want to check with your doctor first before having a nootropic energy drink. But that being said, most people can benefit from nootropic energy drinks, and even people who do workouts can benefit from nootropic energy drinks because you're getting the 200 milligrams of caffeine, but you're also getting that focus because you do need focus when you're going to be working out to help your workout. College kids could use nootropics to help them study. It will help keep them awake as well as focus. 9-to-5 workers can use them to help stay awake at work, because you need to after that after lunch slump that you usually go into right around 2 o'clock. And pretty much anyone can benefit from focus ingredients from nootropic energy drinks. You get the energy you need without any of the side effects. If you want to learn any more about nootropics, I have an entire nootropic playlist on my homepage. Just scroll down a little bit and you'll see my playlist on nootropics. A lot of great information in those videos. Last up, we have the healthier energy drinks. And I do specify healthier energy drinks because we already know that most of them are healthy, but there are some companies that go above and beyond to make the energy drinks even healthier for you. And they can even be called all natural drinks. It's just a matter of if they use sugar or if they're sugar-free. Now, there is an ongoing great debate whether sugar is actually good for you or bad for you. And in my opening statements, I did say that sugar is one of the worst ingredients in energy drinks, but I was referring to excessive sugar. So if the American Heart Association says you shouldn't have any more than 25 for a woman and 32 for a man, is it okay to have, let's say, 16 grams in an energy drink because it's less than the daily amount? Well, according to most health studies, yes, that is perfectly fine to put into your body. I mean, even if you eat something that's considered healthy, such as fruit also has sugar, so you're putting sugar into your body. It's something that your body can use, something that your body can process, and as long as it's not excessive, it's perfectly fine. Therefore, some of these all-natural drinks, to stay all natural and not put anything artificial in there, they'll sometimes use pure cane sugar so that you're getting the closest thing to the purest form of sugar, keeping it very natural. And then they'll add other organic and natural ingredients to the drink. And of course, like I said, there are going to be the other people that say sugar is bad for you, no matter how much is in it. Or there could just be people that aren't allowed to have sugar. They can't have sugar, such as diabetics. Therefore, there should be all natural sugar-free drinks for them, but still keep them all natural. Therefore, there are 2 additional options for those people who don't want sugar. There are energy drinks that don't have any sweetener at all. I mean, no sugar, no artificial sweeteners, no natural sugar substitutes, just no sweetness at all. Oh my goodness, that's just terrible. They just taste terrible. And that's my opinion, but I know a lot of other people who agree. No sweetness in a drink it's just usually not good. But there are people out there who do like it, which is why they still sell them. And the other ones are the sugar substitute energy drinks, which actually do use natural sugar substitutes such as erythritol, stevia leaf extract, and monk fruit extract. These do come from natural sources, so they are natural sugar substitutes, not artificial sweeteners. And overall, when it comes to these healthier energy drinks, I will point out that they usually do taste kind of healthy, which in some cases really isn't that good of a thing unless you like the purely natural flavors. So your natural berry flavors are going to be much more like the berries that you eat, as opposed to the sweet berries that you might be used to in some of your other energy drinks. And pretty much that covers the full spectrum of your categories and subcategories of energy drinks. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the entire world of energy drink flavors. We have come a long way from standard energy drinks when they originated. Back then, all energy drinks were just your standard energy drink flavor, and they basically came out with 3 different kind of energy drink flavors. Red Bull, which had its own specific flavor, Monster, which was Monster flavored, and Rockstar. These 3 companies had your standard energy drink flavor, but they also put their own flavor into it just to make it their own. Any energy drinks that came out after that were pretty much knockoffs of those original flavors, with those companies trying to switch it up just a little bit to make it their own as well. Eventually though, companies realized that these drinks were going to be a little bit boring, and the only way they were going to make more money is to actually come out with flavored energy drinks as well. So how did they come up with the flavors? Basically, they just followed whatever the soda companies were doing, and they came out with orange flavors, grape flavors, cherry flavors, fruit punch flavors. You're pretty much your straightforward common flavors from soda. Occasionally they throw out a new drink. They might toss you out a cherry lime or maybe even a tropical, maybe even switch things up with a sour flavor. But it wasn't until pre-workouts actually came out that the flavor categories just started to go crazy. Bang Energy, as I mentioned earlier in the video, for revolutionizing the energy drink world, they didn't revolutionize it just based on making a new category, but they came out with so many many unique flavors that they set the bar high for other companies. They were the first ones to come out with a cotton candy energy drink. And if you didn't know by now that cotton candy could be found in energy drinks, you have a lot of options now for cotton candy flavors. I mean, once you can develop a cotton candy energy drink without any sugar in it, the sky's the limit. So let's first start off with the flavor spectrum. What is the flavor spectrum exactly? Well, it's how your taste buds kind of work and what you like. So on one end of the spectrum, you're gonna have your sour drinks that you really, really like. And then at the other end, you're gonna have the sweet drinks, which some people like. And there are some people that don't like sweet drinks because they prefer the sour. And there are some people that don't like the sours because they prefer the sweet. And then most people tend to fall somewhere in between on that spectrum, which could include sweet and sour flavors. Now, one of the most common categories is going to be your fruit flavors. And once fruit punch, orange, grape, and cherry began saturating the market, it was about time that people started expanding out to more fruits. Not just tropical energy drinks, but pineapple, mango, strawberry, passion fruit, blue raspberry, cherry lime, dragon fruit, peach, watermelon. I mean, if you can think of a name of a fruit, they have probably come up with it. And if they haven't yet, they're probably working on it right now. Next up, I was gonna talk about the sour flavors, but basically you can make any of the other categories, the ones that I mentioned and that I'm gonna mention, into a sour flavor. So you can do a sour apple, a sour cherry, a sour candy flavor. And speaking of candy flavors, let's talk about that as a category. Yes, you can now find candy flavored energy drinks that are sugar free. I mean, they actually made a Skittles flavor. Yes, they melted down Skittles, they put them into a can, or at least that's how the energy drink tastes. So if you want to have sugar-free Skittles and just drink them right down, you can do that. They've also come out with Starburst flavors, and not just one Starburst, they came out with 4 different Starburst flavors. But what if that's not your thing? What if you're a sweet and sour kind of person and you like Sour Patch Kids? Yes, they've come out with Sour Patch Kids. They have a red berry and a blue raspberry, so they're covering the red and the blues for your Sour Patch Kids. But if you really want to go really, really sour, they actually have Sour Warheads watermelon flavor. That is really, really sour. And let's not forget one of my top premium energy drink flavors and favorite candies. Oh my goodness, they actually have Swedish Fish, and I always have this on hand so far ever since they released it. It's been several months that it's been out so far, and it's been in my house. But those are your top tier candies. How about some of your lower ones, depending on what you consider lower? But I mean, they also have Jolly Ranch flavors, Ring Pop, Smarties, Licorice, and those are your brand name collabs. You also have a lot of companies that are doing unofficial flavors. So you have a bunch of Skittles out there that aren't called Skittles because it's already owned by somebody else, but they try and replicate it and do their take on Skittles flavors, as well as companies that try to replicate gummy worms and other candies. Just think of all the candies that are out there. You're gonna find a lot of them in energy drinks. There are some other very uniquely specific categories, such as Rocket Pop or Freedom Pop or whatever you want to call it, but it is the red, white, and blue popsicle flavor, and a bunch of companies have made those very good drinks. And a relatively new category that's been coming up is your creamsicle flavors. It started out with Rain making the orange dreamsicle, and it was so popular that other companies have now started making orange cream flavors and even expanded out to strawberry cream, raspberry cream, and a lot of people are liking their creamsicle flavors. I mean, between having creamsicles, having fruit, having candies, having ice cream kind of flavors, I mean, what's next? Dessert flavors? Well, no, they're not next. They already exist. That's right. You want to get some key lime pie? They have key lime pie in a can. You looking to get yourself some lemon pastries? You can find it in some different lemon cans. One of those lemon cans is a lemon Italian ice. Yes, it has been done. How about some yummy apple crisp? They got it. I mean, hey, why just have ice cream? Why not get yourself some sherbet as well? You also have some sherbet options. And how about coffee? We all know that coffee is usually people's preferred choice for caffeine. But what if you like energy drinks too? What if you were actually to mix coffee and energy drinks? Doesn't that sound weird? It's not weird at all, because there are a whole bunch of coffee flavored energy drinks out there. But you want to talk about weird, let's talk about spicy energy drinks, huh? Wouldn't that be interesting if they had some spicy ones? Guess what? They do. And they're not just regular spicy drinks. You have your candy cinnamon kind of spices, and you have your pepper kind of spices. So it's all a matter of which spice you want to get. And there are lightly spicy drinks, and there are some heavy spicy drinks as well. Spicy energy drinks. Who knew? Put your hand down. I know you knew too. You want to get yourself a juice box to remind you of when you were a kid? They have it. You want to drink some birthday cake? Yeah, they have birthday cake flavors. Feel like getting some alcohol-inspired drinks? No, not alcohol energy drinks. Just alcohol-inspired flavors. They got some of those too. Do you want to know what clickbait tastes like? What is that? Do you know what that is? You don't know what that is. How can clickbait be a flavor? You're looking for some bubblegum flavors? There's a couple out there for you. Yep, you can not only chew bubblegum in your regular life, you can also drink bubblegum. Are you looking for some uniquely named drinks? There's some uniquely named drinks for you. Now, if that doesn't show you the entire world of different flavors that are available to you, listen, there are more too. There are so many different flavors out there. That's just a sampling of it. I mean, 800 cans, different categories, different flavors in each of those categories. There is a world of energy drinks out there for everyday people such as yourselves. If you see anything that actually sounds like it might be interesting to you, I have reviewed all of those energy drinks. So if you want details on them, check out my channel. You'll be able to easily find them if you go to the right-hand side and do a search for C4 or Bang. Just type in one word for the brand you want to find and all my videos should come up. Some of my favorite everyday energies for everyday use are actually the C4 Smart Energy. It has a bunch of nootropic ingredients in it and they absolutely taste amazing. This is the Peach Mango Nectar. I am also a fan of the Icy Blue Raz, but C4 is also the company that came out with Skittles and Starburst. And if you're looking to purchase any of those drinks or any pre-workout energy drinks, sugar-free energy drinks, be sure to check out Campus Protein. They have a ton of selection of energy drinks and you can save 10% off when you use coupon code CaffeineMan10. You might not even need to use my coupon code because they sometimes are running buy one get one free specials or buy one get one 50% off. So I'm actually going to include a link down below as well so that if you don't use my coupon code, I'll still get credit for the sale because my link took you there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed part 2 of the Everyday Energy for Everyday People series. Coming up in part 3, I'm going to go over some of the healthier energy drinks because there are different categories in the healthy energy drinks. Not only will I discuss the healthiness of energy drinks in general, but they also have some tea flavors. They also have some yerba mates, which I wasn't really able to talk about in this video. But I'm also going to discuss why everyday energy can be part of your everyday life, because some people don't even consider these drinks to be energy drinks. They just consider them to be regular healthy drinks with extra added caffeine to them, and that's what some of them are. I drink an energy drink every single day, and depending on how much caffeine is in them, I'll sometimes have 2 a day. And nobody can believe that I'm actually only 35 years old. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night. Ginkgo biloba, ginkgo biloba.